Hybrid animals are examples of how unique our world is. We can tweak the animal kingdom to suit our taste, but do you want to know how? Number 15. One-eyed puppy. A dog owner got the shock of her life after her dog gave birth to a one-eyed puppy. It doesn't end there though. The animal had 2 tongues and no nose. And the Filipino owner confirmed that her dog gave birth to 2 puppies, and while one of them was normal, the other one was very, very malformed. Anne picked up the puppy as it struggled to breathe while helping it drink some milk from its mother. She took the pup to the vet hoping it would survive. Disorders like this one are common in animals and humans, with the victims dying shortly after birth, sadly. It was also the same case with this animal, as it barely survived a day. The vet said the deformed animal's mother probably ate something toxic when it was pregnant, resulting in what we just saw. Number 14. Sugar gliders. Moving on to a cheerier subject, sugar gliders are nocturnal marsupials native to New Guinea and Australia. They have large flaps of skin stretching from their arms to their sides. It's this feature that allows them to glide through the air. These gliders need space to glide around or fly. When they're in the wild, they're extremely social, and when in captivity, they prefer to be kept in pairs and never alone. If not handled daily, they become harsh and start chewing on things. It is also illegal to own this pet in some states, but in others you may need an exotic pet permit to prove that you bought it from a regulated supplier. Number 13. Mandarin ducks. Mandarin ducks are considered one of the most beautiful waterfowl on Earth. They need at least a 6-foot square and a 6-inch deep pond, plus a ground enclosure of matching size. The pond must be filtered, drained, and cleaned occasionally to ensure that the animal is healthy. This duck has a history of captive breeding and will mate freely if given a nesting box. These breeds of ducks are also native to East Asia, but their population has now been established in California and several European countries as well. Number 12. Ganets. Ganets are related to the mongoose, but have the patterning of a wild cat. They weigh from 2 to 6 pounds and go from 16 to 22 inches in length. Although they have been kept in captivity since the Middle Ages when they were used to hunt rodents, they're now famous as cuddly house pets. They need their space and prefer a large enclosure with several hours of outdoor playtime. If not allowed to play as much as they want, they may fall ill often. Luckily, they are trainable at an early age and can also use a litter box if they're trained to do so. Ganets have long tails, retractable claws, and are squirrel-like climbers. While declawing is unethical, most Ganet owners do it to tame their claws. Although they don't do well in groups, they can also tolerate cats and dogs if they grow up with them. Number 11. Skunks. It is legal to domesticate skunks in only a few regions of the world. In many countries, they've been bred in captivity for over 60 years, with the animal being descented at a young age so they're free from their notorious smell. While this procedure is relatively simple, vets do worry that descenting is inhumane because skunks have no way of protecting themselves from predators without their scent. Although this creature can make affectionate and sweet pets, they tend to shred things with their long claws when neglected. You must keep them indoors safely as they sometimes have bad homing instincts and they may never find their way home if they get out alone. Number 10. Tarantulas. There are over 800 species of tarantulas in the wild, and many of them are kept as pets and pampered by animal lovers. One of the most famous species is the Chilean rose. Unfortunately, they're harder to care for. Females live up to 20 years in captivity, therefore intending owners need to be ready for a long-term relationship with them. Tarantulas also aren't the best pets for children or people who want to cuddle said pets. On top of all that, their bites are poisonous, but not as irritating as a bee sting, for example. Number 9. The WHOLPHIN. The WHOLPHIN is the result of mating a female bottlenose dolphin and a male false killer whale. Don't ask me what that second one is, I really don't know. This animal is actually considered a blend of 2 dolphin species, as the killer whale is technically a dolphin as defined by scientists. Same with the false killer whale. The first WHOLPHIN was born in 1981 at the Tokyo SeaWorld, but it died only about 200 days later. There was also another one though, called Kikimalu, who was born in 1985 in Hawaii. They were the world's most famous WHOLPHIN and actually produced several offspring. To this day, WHOLPHINs are rare and exist only in contained parks. Number 8. WOLFDOG. From their name, you can probably guess that this creature is a combination of 2 canines, a wolf and a domestic dog. Due to centuries of domestication, dogs evolved from wolves, and as a result, they're found in nature and bred in captivity by pet lovers. Today, though, private ownership of the animal remains a controversial issue since they tend to be on the more aggressive side. What do you expect, though, from an animal whose wolf genes are active? This animal picks the social character of wolves and demands great attention and interaction from their pack. Every year, wolf dogs are rescued from people because they purchase an animal they are not willing to cater for. Number 7. The Geep. Geep is an animal that looks as beautiful as the name sounds like a slur. They're half goat and half sheep, and this animal typically doesn't survive development due to the genetic difference between goats and sheep. Therefore, they're pretty rare. Well, one petting zoo in Scottsdale, Arizona welcomed one of them back in 2014. The farmer who bred this animal on his farm claimed the crossbreeding was accidental and would be a one-off event. He confirmed that the breed is healthy and can run faster than most lambs. When he saw a goat and a sheep mating some months ago, he didn't give it much thought until the Geep appeared from out of nowhere. Number 6. The NARLUGA. In 1993, researchers wrote about spotting a rare creature off the west coast of Greenland. The animal, called the NARLUGA, is a hybridization of a narwhal and a beluga. Both animals belong to the same family, though two differ slightly. Narwhals don't have teeth but do have massive horns. Belugas, on the other hand, have teeth and yet no horns. All its teeth are like miniature narwhal horns, ridged, pointy, and sharp. Pictures of the crossover aren't widely available, and therefore you're gonna have to use your imagination to picture just what they look like. Number 5. The Savannah cat. Savannah cats are a blend of domestic and serval African cats. This feline hybrid is fierce but friendly, and the first ever hybrid was bred in 1986, and since then the breed has grown through many generations. One of its more notable physical features is its spotted pattern. While often kept as luxurious pets, a single one costs as high as $10,000. However, one should be cautious before adopting one aside from the price. The reason for this is because states like Georgia, Texas, and Massachusetts, they have strict laws against owning hybridized felines. Ensure to research your state's laws before bringing these cuties home because you might get yourself in trouble by doing that. Number 4. Teacup puppy. Teacup puppies have become popular over the years. From celebrities and adorable videos on the internet, it's evident that this animal is everywhere. These small animals are adorable and make good pets, even though there are some misconceptions about them. The teacup puppy is a combination of various breeds. They can weigh as little as 2 pounds and can be 17 inches long at maturity. There is a ton of controversy around the breeding technique breeders use to produce these tiny dogs, though, as researchers say the breeding methods may be detrimental to the dog's happiness and its health. Despite that, you might still be able to find ethical breeders, but despite that, be braced to treat illnesses like diabetes, cataracts, heart disease, and all common diseases associated with dogs, as they can easily get them. Number 3. Chinese crested dogs. The Chinese crested dog is small, but actually does not hail from China, funnily enough. The two famous species are the silky and hairless dogs. Regardless of the variation, this animal is slender, graceful, and elegant. It's your favorite dog clothed in a naked-looking body. Researchers say they're friendly, even though there are exceptions to this claim. They're friendly among familiar faces, but may be aggressive towards strangers. They also do not need to wear sunblock, unlike most hairless animals. Their skin has a better chance of staying healthy if nothing is applied to it. The hairless variant is tolerant of heat and can lie in the sun for hours with no problems. Ironically, it doesn't tolerate cold, as exposing them to cold is the fastest way to, kill it. Number 2. Cartoon-faced horse. The cartoon-faced horse is bred for pettiness and is called cartoon ponies due to its concave profiles. On top of that, it also has bulging eyes and a slim nose. This species sometimes even struggles to breathe, and their teeth sometimes grow into flesh, and they're always at risk of their eyes popping out. While humans are eager to see this animal look pretty, they haven't considered the possibility of survival for this poor animal. Despite spending a lot of money to own one of these animals, their owners still have to undergo risky surgery to keep them alive because of their quality of life. This colt is a rare case of extreme breeding often found in cats and dogs. Number 1. Ukrainian LEVKOY cat. The Ukrainian LEVKOY is, like I said, a cat, a cross between the Donskoy and the Scottish Fold breeds to be exact. These felines are playful, inquisitive, and affectionate. This breed is actually almost hairless as well, that originates in Russia. These cats are perfect for household pets because they're playful around children and survive in smaller environment. This medium cat weighs between 8 and 12 pounds, with females being relatively smaller than males. You'll first notice their curiosity when you meet them. What attracts them to pet lovers more is the fact that they're relatively healthy cats, and there's no specific health issues associated with them, but but you do need to keep your eyes on them to notice any signs of discomfort. Thank you all for watching.